Learning hybrid photography, one day at a time.
Become a smarter photographer every day at discovermirrorless.com.
It's free and phone and tablet friendly.
Hello again, Joe Smithberger for discovermirrorless.com. Though I've been a pro photographer for a long time, I'm new to hybrid photography. And learning how I'm going to run my lighting is my #1 priority. First off, I want to say that there's some real advantages to shooting with continuous light even for still photographers. What you see is what you get, so setting up the lights is much more intuitive and faster than working with strobes. I also like being able to shoot a short motor drive burst to catch an expression as it evolves, so I don't have to startle my clients with a big strobe pop. It makes the session just feel more relaxed. Now, I'm sure that LEDs are where I want to go. The tough part now is trying to figure out how to get the best color possible and how much power I'm going to need. Now, hopefully many of you have seen the ABCs of LEDs video and know some of the challenges that we're working through with color. For example, these particular lights shift their color balance when you change the white balance on the back. They can be either a little pink, magenta, or green depending on how you have this knob set. Now that's fine if you can match them up and use the auto white balance on your camera, but not so great if you're going to mix them with tungsten and daylight sources. Now, I really like the idea of this light, and I'm keeping my eyes open for some without the magenta green problem. Now, a more pressing problem for me is putting together a studio lighting setup to do my vlog posts and my talking portraits and short video clips for my clients. I'm getting a great response from them when I mention what I'm up to here, so I want to get up and running as soon as possible. Now, so far, I've learned that the color rendering index, or CRI, of the lights I buy needs to be high, above 90 for me to be happy with the color. Now, I've also learned that an LED panel on full blast in your face is kind of harsh. It needs to be toned down a little bit. It's a little more specular than your average softbox. Now, because I'll need to diffuse my main light somehow, I'll need to use a couple of small panels or a good-sized single panel as a main light. Now, after a little research, I bought this middle-sized Dracast 500 unit. It measures just a little bit blue, but I can set my camera on the shady setting and the color's fantastic. Or we can use a CTO gel, like this orange one here. This is a 1/4 CTO. If I use this in these lights, I can just use the sunny setting. Now, this light is great when you run through a shoot-through umbrella, like in my one light portrait video, or as a fill light. But it might be a little small to run in a softbox or through a big diffusion panel. So I picked up the next size Dracast light, their 1000 unit, to use for that. I'm using it today as my main light in a softbox, and I'm pretty happy with how it's working. This should be a good start. Plenty of power to do an interview or a talking portrait like this, or undiffused, enough power to do a lot of things. I'm not 100% sure about this yoke style mount, but I'm working that out too. Now, I'm sure there are other brands that have similar performance, and we'll let you know when we identify the good ones. But this is where I'm going to start. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching.
Learning hybrid photography, one day at a time.
Become a smarter photographer every day at discovermirrorless.com.
It's free and phone and tablet friendly.